To improve English speaking skills, you need to know the secrets of the future tenses. I have 3 secrets for you in this video, and there are some surprises too. Secret 1 is that may and might are important future words. I'm going to show you how in an example here. Have you ever seen a weather forecast that tells you there's going to be a hot summer? Now, sometimes these forecasts happen in the winter. How do they know? But if the forecast was true, what could happen to the ice caps in the north and south of the world if there is a hot summer? Let's think about the language we would use to answer that question. The most common words for the future are will and going to. You can also sometimes use present tenses, and there's a link to another video I've created that explains how. But in this situation, we are going to need may or might. You might give this answer here. There you go, might. The ice caps might melt more than usual this summer. Now, why did we choose these words for the future rather than others? Well, it's because of this. We use may or might to show future possibility. Now, we need future possibility here because weather forecasts can be wrong. So we don't want will or going to here. Will or going to have higher levels of confidence or certainty in the answer. In this case, we're not very confident. So we need possibility words, and may or might refer to the future, and they tell us it's a possibility, not a certainty or something that's likely. Secret 2. Will shows confidence, going to shows certainty. Let's carry on with the theme of the ice caps to make this point. Now, you may have heard scientists who say this: the world is getting too hot for ice. So this ice in the picture is going to disappear if the scientists are right. Which words will we use here? Well, we're not going to use may or might here because the scientists have given us some information that tells us it's not a possibility, it's more than that. And if we think about the situation in, say, the year 2100, we could say this: the ice caps will melt by the year 2100. Why did we use will here? Well, because we are confident. We're not 100% certain. Perhaps some things could happen between now and this particular date to change things. But scientists generally believe this is the future. So because we're showing confidence here, we use will. Now look at this picture. This takes melting ice to a different level. Look, some people are burning a fire on the ice. What is the future for this ice, and which of our future words should we use? Well, here we need to use going to. Why do we use going to here? Well, this is because we are certain. Fire always melts ice. There's no debate, there's no discussion. This is absolutely certain. Now, what is the difference between confidence and certainty? Because sometimes confidence also leads to certainty. In fact, most time you would expect confidence to lead to certainty. But there's a small difference here, and this is everything to do with why you would choose will instead of going to in a particular situation. Let me walk you through one more example here. If you've been to school, you may remember a teacher telling you this: do your work. Now, look at these two children in the classroom. One of them says, I will do it, and one of them says, I am going to do it. Now, why did one of them say will? Well, when you say will, what this really means is you have to trust me. I don't have evidence to make you certain. And if you think about all of the uses of will, you can see that this is correct. Will is often used for offers, for promises, such as, I will love you forever. Sometimes people say that on their wedding day. I will love you forever. Now, you may think that sounds certain, but actually, you don't have evidence at that moment. You have to trust the other person. Or if someone offers to help you, I'll help you with your homework. All you can do is trust what the person is saying. You can have confidence because perhaps your friend is reliable. They've helped you in the past. So you can have confidence, but you don't actually have complete evidence here. You're just trusting the person. Let's move on to the boy who says, I am going to do it. So why should we have more confidence and be certain about the boy? Well, look at what the boy is carrying. The boy's actually got his pencil and his book. And this makes it different. Here, he can say, I am going to do it because I have evidence. Look at my pen or pencil. Look at my book. I'm ready. I'm going to do it. I have evidence. You can be certain. And this is the difference between will and going to. Will can only give us confidence. It might be very high confidence, but it's not the same as going to, which gives us certainty because you have evidence that helps you to be certain. So that is the difference between will and going to. They can be really close in meaning, but going to is that indication that there is 100% certainty. You do not have to doubt anything. But there's one more secret I want to share with you today, and that is about ordinary verbs. Ordinary verbs can replace the future tenses. And this is not spoken about very much. When we are taught about the future in textbooks, in classrooms, in fact, almost any situation you'll come across, in fact, probably on YouTube as well, most people will stick to going to, will, and they might go to these possibility words as well. They might introduce the present tenses. But we can use a whole range of verbs to create the future tense as well. Other possibilities include this. I intend to win. Intend to is a verb that's all about the future. Intend to is not about now. If you intend to do something, it means you're thinking about the future. You're thinking about what you want in the future. Now, where do I put it on my line? Is it more certainty or possibility? Well, you would probably put it here, just below will. Intend to is more to do with possibility rather than certainty. Let's try another verb. I plan to win. Now, plan, again, is all about the future. What do you plan for? The future. So use it as a future verb. Plan, of course, means you've gone through a process and you've been careful and you're trying to make something more certain. So plan can go slightly above will in our chart, closer to going to, but it's not quite as high as going to. Another one is I hope to win. Now, hope, of course, is when you don't have particularly high certainty. So this one will come close to may or might. But what do you have hope for? You have hope in the future. So it's another verb that is used to describe the future. And the last combination, I am sure to win. I think this one more closely describes the man in the picture, nearly at the finish line. If you say I am sure to win, then you're quite confident, you're pretty certain. So this one goes really high up the chart next to going to. So don't just limit your language to going to, will, present continuous, present tenses in some situations, may or might. Use a whole range of verbs when you want to express the future. And of course, if you do that, you can see from this table that these words all have different shades of possibility or certainty. So you're adding extra meaning into your language when you use these words. So I hope that was helpful for you. And of course, if you want to learn more from me, I have a grammar course. The link is in the description below. But also click on one of the pictures on the screen you can see now to go to another important video from me that will help you reach an advanced English level.